All right, let's talk about this project. I know this is a passion project, but what is it about this era, this antebellum America, that you really love?
Well, it's an era that, in looking at it, you can really understand where we are now. It's teaching people about history and everything puts everybody to sleep. Nobody wants to be taught anything. I don't know why. We're just all allergic to it. And when you can tell stories about the past that shed light on the present, I find it really exciting. And I think that I love movies so much that the history of movies and storytelling has been my education. And I feel that instead of reading a book about John Brown or something, if you can experience him, if you can meet him, if you can put your imagination in that world, it sheds a lot of light on seeing where in history we are, how people might make a movie 200 years from now about this pandemic. What will it be like? What will people remember? What's to be learned from this moment? And I've always enjoyed it, whether it's Shakespeare or Chekhov, or learning from the writing of the past is very exciting to my brain, because you see what's the same in humanity. The computers and, the details of our existence change, cell phones versus quill pens, but the spiritual truth, it has a kind of constant to it. And finding out what is constant is very interesting to me.
Where did you find this John Brown? I mean, I have never seen you, like this. Your voice has changed, of course, physically and everything, but where did you find this John Brown in you?
I don't know. It's mysterious to me. As I've gotten older, I've gotten just more and more in love with acting and the possibilities of how you can shape change yourself and still be true to yourself. What parts of your personality are constant? What part are changing? And I don't know, there's a little bit of my grandfather in John Brown, in my portrayal of him. There's a lot of James McBride. I wasn't playing John Brown from the history book. I was playing James McBride's version of him. This story is really Onion's story. It's told through the point of view of a 14-year-old boy. And so it's not the way John Brown would tell his story. It's the way Onion would tell his story. And it's a comic version. So I don't know, I was scared to death. I loved the book so much, and I kind of blindly wanted to make it into a movie. And it wasn't until the weeks before we started rolling camera that I was like, wait a second, what does he talk like? What does he sound like? How does he pray? How does he speak to his children? How does he get in a gunfight? Why did that happen? I found it very interesting. And I don't know, I felt like I stuck my finger in an electrical socket.